guys, we're back with some three old. I forget which show we're doing. Three old men yelling at cloud. I am Dr. Diz DM. I think. Yep. There it is, right there. See, there. And
it's easy to figure out. You're the one in the tool hat.
I am. Yeah, that's it. To my left, we have Double Buck.
Hello.
And then next to him, we have Clan Diesel.
What's up, everybody?
If you don't know any of us, you haven't been watching. So start
That's what you've told on yourself now.
Yeah.
And we expect recompense.
This is the show where we bring a little bit of negativity back to Twitch. As Clan Diesel once said, we are the font of negativity on Twitch.
We are Twitch's font of negativity.
So we bring up a topic every 2 weeks and we talk about it. It's not always just negative, but most of the time it is. So yeah, let's not kid ourselves. So this week we're gonna go with DC versus Marvel, and I'm not sure if it's a versus or not, but we're just gonna talk about each of them. I think we know which one's the winner.
Depends on what you're talking about.
It does depend on what you're talking about. Yeah,
depends on what you're talking about. Each one is good at different things.
I'm just saying the franchise of one right now is doing a lot better than the other one.
Those facts.
All right, so let's see. First, I mean, have you guys seen Marvel lately? I mean, there's they got a few movies.
Yeah, I have heard of what's the little group they've got called what do they call them? The Avengers?
Avengers. It's weird. Like, as I was growing up, like, the movies that I watched, the superhero movies growing up, were what I remember is DC.
Yes.
Batman and Superman, you know.
You had Flash and Wonder Woman.
Flash. Yeah. Yeah. That was what was on TV. Not Marvel at all. But I read Marvel comics. Yeah, and I watched cartoons that were Marvel. So
like X-Men.
What changed? What flip-flopped here?
Marvel decided to throw their hat in the ring with movies.
Guess so.
Well, here's what happened with Marvel. Little thing here, okay? Marvel almost went out of business during the 80s and early 90s. I mean, was very close to shutting the doors. Do you know what it was that actually saved Marvel from going out of business?
I'm gonna go with the X-Men cartoon.
Mallrats.
No, good answers for both. I like both, but no. Actually, what had happened was that Marvel had sold their movie rights to some of their characters, right?
They did, yeah.
Well, they made a little movie with one of those rights called Blade.
Oh,
with Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
That movie made so much money that it kept Marvel from going out of business.
But nobody knew that was a Marvel movie.
Exactly. Well, it was never pushed.
True Marvel fans knew it was a Marvel movie, just like Howard the Duck.
Right.
True Marvel fans knew Howard the Duck was a Marvel movie, but it doesn't blast it as
it doesn't.
This is Marvel.
Nope.
No. But I didn't know. I enjoyed both those movies.
I love Howard the Duck.
It's
the movie.
Yeah.
And I'll find anybody who says that it's bad.
Most people in our chat probably don't even know who Howard the Duck is.
Probably not.
It was a little before their time.
Yep. And it was made by the movie was made by George Lucas.
Yes.
Was it?
Yep. Yes.
See, I remember watching it, but I mean, I was a little too young to worry about all that stuff. So
there's our daily Star Wars reference for everybody playing the home game at home. Be sure to mark it off your card.
I bet
I can't remember
Howard
if he made it.
Is somewhere in Star Wars.
Well, he's in Guardians of the Galaxy.
He is, yeah. He's also in that What If series.
Yes.
Which is also the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right.
Part of that
during that time frame of the What If.
Okay, so like Marvel stuff right now. I mean, my favorite stuff. I mean, it's hard to pick really, but I think I like Guardians of the Galaxy. And I only like Thor because of Guardians of the Galaxy, because he's so closely affiliated with them now.
Thor didn't have a good movie until Ragnarok.
Right. Mm-hmm.
The first two Thor movies are horrible.
The first one, they were trying to lay his origins, right? And how he got it. But they could have done way better than throwing his hammer to Midgar and then him coming down and acting like, oh, I've got this, and fighting and almost dying just to acquire the hammer. Like, that's not how he acquired the hammer.
Well, true, but there's also the whole, he has a human persona that he goes by, and that's never touched on. The only time it's ever mentioned at all is, like, I think there's a picture of his ID in the first Thor movie, and it gives his human name.
Yep.
That's
and it's so brief. It's so brief that you might not even have caught it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It never matters. It never pays off. It's just a thing. Oh, there he is. But no, until Taika Waititi made the third movie, it was horrible. Like, the first movie was, you could sit through it.
I mean, I like Loki.
Loki and Kat Dennings are the two best things in the first in the Thor movies up until the third movie.
Right.
If it wasn't for Loki, the first Thor movie would be horrible, just completely horrible. He saves that movie and becomes a bigger bad guy than what Loki really is in the comic book universe, you know. And then in the second movie, you got the Dark Elves and Malakath, which is a big threat to the Asgardians and stuff in the comics. And in the second movie, it's nothing. I mean, don't even watch the second Thor movie. Do not skip it. Skip it. But it's like the director who did the third movie was the only one that really understood how to take that character and make it fun to watch. And it's one of those problems like you have in DC with some of the characters, is that you have a character that is a god. What do you do?
Because there's no humanity in gods. So what do we relate to, you know?
Exactly. So what do they do? Of course, in the first one, got to strip his powers. Got to make him mortal.
Yep.
Because everybody relates to that, being the underdog and whatever. But you can't make a whole series of movies based on, second Thor movie, what are we going to do? Strip his powers.
Chad has found a loophole.
Yeah, there you go. We see above. Oh, man. I actually didn't bring in something. I'm sorry, Chad. I didn't bring in anything to drink this time because I was running late.
Well, that's a good transition point, because we're talking about how immortal Thor is. And over on DC, it's like they're all almost immortal. You can't even kill these guys. They just keep coming back.
Well, now. I mean, they did kill Superman.
They did, but he came back.
He did come back.
In the video game of it, way back when, it says the death and return of Superman. I saw it on Super Nintendo or something like that.
Yeah, the death and return of Superman. I've got all those comics where he was killed by Doomsday and the funeral for a friend and all that stuff. I actually got them off QVC. True story, chat. Got it off
Superman versus
QVC.
Goku.
You got, I mean, it's, I don't know. They're both big ass brawlers. One's powered by the sun. If you get Superman in the shade, Goku.
I hear Goku had Dragon Balls. I haven't seen Superman's balls, so I'm not sure.
Well, if you're going by that, he's got 7 Dragon Balls.
I mean, he only starts out with 1.
By that Doctor Strange movie. Yes, I agree. I expected more out of that movie, and it was not entertaining.
Yeah, I've got a theory with that, and it's going to be a problem, I think, for Marvel going forward.
They even introduced some really interesting characters. Spoilers, okay, spoiler. I'm not gonna say who the characters are, but that doesn't last very long at all. Like you see these characters, and you're like, oh yeah, I want to see like more of them in the film. No, you're not gonna. You're not gonna see them for very
All
long.
right, I've got 2 hydrates now. Keep them talking. I gotta go and get me something to drink.
He's got to hydrate. Yeah, the Doctor Strange movie. I expected it to be more psychedelic, like all kinds of like in the first Doctor Strange, they go into the mirror dimension and everything's like changing and stuff like that. You don't get a whole lot of that. It's more like they're just firing different color bolts back at each other. Felt like I was watching GI Joe or something.
I figured after I saw the trailer that I'd just wait till it came out on DVD and get it, or watch it on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I'm excited. I saw the trailers for the new Thor movie, and it has the Guardians of the Galaxy in it, so at least part way. So I'm kind of interested in that.
Diet Coke.
Yep.
So, you need to change your hydrate button, Clan, to just drink.
Yeah, drink.
Drink.
We keep veering away from DC.
And that's because all you guys only watch Marvel movies.
Well, no, I actually watched. I watched the what is it? The Snyder cut of
the 4.5 hour long Justice League movie.
I did. I watched it, and it is a completely different freaking movie than the actual one that they released.
Yeah,
it just has the same characters in it. That's it. It is a much better movie.
That's kind of like what we discussed last week, or last episode about Lord of the Rings. The extended versions is a whole new ball game of shit thrown in, just like that movie. They're like, oh, we took all this out, but this is what you really missed. And then you look at it and you're like, oh, shit.
Like even the ending of this other movie is completely different. Like they just changed it. So it's actually a good movie, and the other one was okay, but it's just like I'm watching a bunch of gods fight against each other. So it's only entertaining for so long.
But like you're talking about, we only watch Marvel there, Clan. The Flash TV show has the original Flash in the show.
Oh, I know.
I would only know that if I'd have seen the fucking original Flash.
I've watched it since the beginning. I also watched the original Flash show in 1990.
I did too. And Wonder Woman in her invisible plane, where you could physically see every part of Wonder Woman just sitting there.
That's true.
In the sky.
Also, there is a what's his name? Trickster? Whatever. Anyway, Mark Hamill plays a bad guy in the Flash, in the 1990 Flash. And he plays the same guy in the new Flash show. And also, if you'll notice, that voice is the voice he does for Joker in Batman the Animated Series. Which, by the way, Mark Hamill is the best Joker.
See, I think that's where DC has it. DC has it on bad guys, not on the superhero. Their bad guys are really good.
I truly enjoyed Heath Ledger as Joker.
Well, here's the thing.
Most of them.
Here's the big thing with DC and Marvel, right? You're right. A lot of the DC heroes are mythical gods, or at least have like mythical god powers, right? Superman, super strong, can fly, heat vision, nigh indestructible,
time travel.
Yeah, time travel. Out of the holy trinity of DC, which is Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, that's DC's holy trinity. The only one that is mortal is Batman. Mm-hmm. Batman's superpower is that he's rich. That's Batman's superpower. He is smart. He is smart.
So you're saying rich. That we could have some Batmans in the United States.
Listen, I am very pissed off that none of our billionaires, almost trillionaires, have yet either become Batman or invented a kick-ass suit of armor and become Iron Man. All I'm saying, look, in DC,
Elon Musk,
you've
Iron
got two
Man.
billionaires.
Or too long.
You got Bruce Wayne, who's a billionaire, that is Batman.
He's also emo.
You have Oliver Queen, who is a billionaire, that is the Green Arrow.
Yep.
I'm just saying, where's everybody else, right? But after those three, though, in DC, there's a bit of a drop off.
Well, you have the other one too,
right?
You have the other one too, right? The scientist in the suit. I can't remember his name.
Oh, Adam.
Yeah,
Ray
Adam.
Palmer. The Adam. Yeah, he's a billionaire as well.
Yep. So you got three right there.
Yep.
So
Marvel doesn't really have a lot of money flying around.
No.
Except for Iron Man.
Iron Man. Yeah.
And then he's got the money flying around everywhere. War Machine and the Hulk Buster and all that other crap. See, we don't need more than 1 millionaire on Marvel. He just supplies everybody that needs a suit.
Well, that's Batman. He builds all the Justice League stuff.
But why
I
does he
feel
build
like,
Superman a suit?
Hey, you gotta look good.
He's got a suit with a helmet on. Superman don't need a damn helmet.
He's gotta breathe.
I tell you,
Breathe
I would
what?
I would like a good Hulk movie.
She-Hulk's coming out.
She-Hulk is coming out. But She-Hulk is different than Hulk.
Oh, I know.
Quite a bit. I don't think there's been a really, really good Hulk movie. So, but I don't think it can be a movie. I think it needs to be one of those series they put out on Disney Plus or something.
Well, there's rumors they're going to do a Planet Hulk movie. That's going to be the Hulk movie. Is Planet Hulk?
Who they going to get to play Hulk there?
The same guy.
That wouldn't make no sense. Not unless they shot him off somewhere else after what happened in Avengers.
Well, I think what it is something will happen because, I mean, something eventually has to happen, right? Because eventually Hulk becomes a bad guy.
Yeah. I mean, eventually there's 4 Hulks.
Edward Norton is the
Counting She-Hulk, because you have the red, the blue,
Edward,
regular Hulk.
Jesus, Edward Norton better than Mark Ruffalo.
She might be biased. She might be a little
That's
biased.
true, Zach. Captain Marvel did get Tony Stark killed.
Yeah, why didn't Marvel take that glove?
So are we going to get to see an actually like a good Green Lantern movie or something with Green Lantern?
I don't know, a movie. Maybe a movie if you cast the right person. Maybe. Like for me, I think that it
Definitely not
won't
right.
happen. But I would think if you're going to do a Green Lantern movie, you have 2 choices, right? You have Hal Jordan as the Green Lantern, which is what Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern was. He was the Hal Jordan Green Lantern.
I mean, that's the name he went by, but he didn't really play a Hal Jordan Green Lantern.
If you play him, I would do Nathan Fillion.
Ooh, interesting.
Probably as Hal Jordan Green Lantern. And then you also have what is his name? Let me think here.
Only because they had enough money for Ryan Reynolds.
Jon Stewart.
Jon Stewart.
Yeah, Jon Stewart it would be the other Green Lantern
From the
that I would
Daily
do.
Show?
No, Jon Stewart is an African American former military guy who gets a ring. He's
You're talking about the character's
watch,
name, not
yes,
the
Jon
actor.
Stewart. Yeah, yeah. And then if you watch the Justice League and Justice League Unlimited animated series, he's the Green Lantern in those. And he's very good. He's a good Green Lantern, a good character. I mean, there's a bunch of people you could cast as him. I don't know if he could do it. Michael B. Jordan could probably do it. Maybe if he bulked up a little bit. You could try to get Shaq.
That'd be interesting.
Yep.
So I never watched the Shazam movie. Have you watched that? Is it any good?
Yep.
Yeah. I have it. I haven't watched it, so. And I like what they've done with Wonder Woman, but I did not like the last movie.
No, the first movie is way better than the second movie. Yeah. Wonder Woman 84 is not a good movie. The first Wonder Woman movie, though, I could watch on repeat.
She fights a literal cat person.
But she does. But that is literally one of her bad guys. That is part of her thing. Is Cheetah or Chitara, whatever her name is one of her bad guys.
All right. I gotta know.
Also, the weird golden suit thing was weird.
It must be in the comics or something, and they just had to throw it in there. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Zach says he misses Fitzsimmons. Wants to bring Agents of Shield back.
Why don't they have their own movie or their own show? Right.
That would be good. Yeah, they were the two best characters I think on that show.
Oh, Coulson. Right.
And Coulson. Yeah, you can't forget Coulson. I was hoping they would let Coulson come back in the movies or show him in the movies.
Yeah.
One last time. I mean, he was in Captain Marvel, but it was because it was in the past.
Yeah, they did that. So maybe he'll get another cameo somewhere. Hopefully.
Maybe he'll be the new Stan Lee.
They just put a Coulson thing in every movie. That would work. I would say do that. Yes. Yeah, WandaVision was good. Yeah, I agree with you.
WandaVision.
Here's the thing that I've noticed, and you feel free to agree if you do. Marvel seems to be better at telling a story that is good for a movie, whereas DC is better at serialized stories that work better as a series.
I would say Ward. Shit. Do you remember Ward from the show?
Yes, I remember Ward from the show. Yes.
Oh, I would agree.
Ward, Mama Diz.
I would agree. I would agree on that, except for Batman. I like the Batman movies. So
no, Batman movies. Batman movies are good.
Yeah.
Which set of Batman movies, though?
I mean, I like just about all of them, really. I mean, they're all good in their own different ways. So,
Diz is there for the bat nips.
It was appropriate for the age that I was at, right? It was very
and
cartoony.
The rubber suit wedgie when he spins around.
We had Jim Carrey in there as the Riddler, and
Glenn's having flashbacks. He's gonna have nightmares tonight.
Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite Batman then?
I like Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
But I also think Val Kilmer did a good job.
I haven't seen the newest one to be able to even comment on that.
It's very emo-ish. Like he's.
I figured by the trailers he looked more like Batman went through a grunge phase or some shit. It's kind of what that one looked like in the trailer.
Yeah, I've not watched the new one. I've not watched the new Batman.
I didn't have an opinion whether with Ben Affleck as being there because it was so short lived. Like it was literally bits and pieces here and there.
It could have been good though, because
Well,
he was
yeah, but
doing
I'm saying like the way they
Batman.
broke that up,
Yeah.
there wasn't enough there to be like, were you good or bad? It was just kind of chopped up bits and pieces.
Technically, he's still Batman. He's Batman in the other universe because he's going to be in the Flash movie as Batman. And then we also get Michael Keaton's Batman as Batman in the Flash movie.
I think there's too many.
That's going to be an old Batman at that point.
Are they going to do a multiverse here, like Marvel did, and all the Batmans will be legitimized? So
yeah,
Flash definitely saw the multiverse often.
Yeah, the Flash will introduce the multiverse because that's how we'll get Flashpoint.
So I liked Michael Keaton. I don't know. There's something about him, like the transition from his Bruce Wayne to Batman is like two different, characters completely.
Yeah, he's really good at playing them as two separate personalities.
But I haven't just like hated any of the Batmans. Maybe Clooney's was a little weird.
I think Clooney's Batman is a little weird, but I don't think it's George Clooney's fault.
Yeah.
Like George Clooney, the reason George Clooney is Batman in that movie is because he knew the director and did him a favor.
No, shit, okay. But I grew up with like watching Adam West and stuff, so I really like that Batman too. So,
yeah,
but we were talking a little bit before the show about that.
That's Patreon, Diz.
If
you bring up anything about Robin,
3 old men OnlyFans to hear that conversation.
Hey, that just took a turn into somewhere I don't even want to go.
That's right. Subscribe to the Patreon to hear about Robin's horse meat sandwich.
Holy zoinks, Batman.
Oh gosh. Well, let's admit our first introduction to DC was when we were growing up was reruns of Batman 66.
Yep.
Super Friends cartoons
on
TBS, and then TBS doing repeats of the Superman movies.
What was it? Yeah. Meanwhile, at the Temple of Doom.
Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom.
Legion of Doom.
Yeah, Reeves as Superman.
Yep.
Yeah, Reeves.
Yeah, Christopher Reeves as Superman. And every now and then you would get the 80s Supergirl movie on there, and everybody's like, really? Is this a thing? And it was.
Hulk. Yeah. Well, we had Hulk.
Well, he's talking about DC, though. Yeah, for Hulk, we had Andre the Giant, or Lou Ferrigno, running that character.
Lou Ferrigno,
yeah. And,
I think he's my favorite.
There was no CGI there.
They just painted him green.
Everybody remembers. Da, 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 da.
I was so confused by the music compared to what he was doing in that show.
Val Kilmer, Iceman, facing the literal Iceman, Mr. Freeze. Isn't that who he faced off against?
Yeah, that was No, wait.
No, Clooney. No, Clooney was against Freeze.
Clooney.
Yeah, Val Kilmer fought Riddler and
Riddler and
so it was Poison Ivy and Mr. Freeze, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And Bane.
Was Bane in that one too?
For what little Bane had a part in that one.
Like I don't even remember Bane in that one.
Well, Bane was in there because of Poison Ivy.
Yeah, but Bane was the little prisoner that they pumped up with all the stuff, and he had that tube. And the like almost self-destruct button on him. That's not the Bane that we know from Christian Bale's movies.
Yeah. God, those movies made the bad guys like just iconic. Like you'll never forget that Bane. Like everybody makes their own impersonation of that Bane.
Wow.
Deckard Cain, are you there? What?
Yeah, it's weird. It's Tom Hardy doing his best Deckard Cain. I can just see that. We need you to do a voice. And he's like, well, what voice do you need me to do? And that, have you ever played Diablo? So, and then he goes from being Bane in the DC universe to being freaking Venom in the Marvel universe.
Yeah. Knocked that one out of the park too.
Yeah.
I have the second one. I just haven't watched it yet.
I've watched it. It's okay.
Yeah, first one's better.
I've been trying to give Harley time to be able to watch those with me. To where
The end of it, you think something big's going to happen, and then in the new Spider-Man movie, it turns into nothing, and you're like, "Well, that was a crapshoot."
Well, I mean, they'll keep making the Spider-Man movies, and hopefully he'll be in. Like we'll have Carnage and Venom or something.
Oh, don't even get me started. They could have done so much better with Carnage.
Yeah.
Than they did in that movie. I mean, oh my God. Okay, I'll let you out of the room.
I would love it if they do another one with Venom and they do like a kind of a throwback to the emo Peter Parker, but with Mark Holland.
The Spider-Man 3.
Or Tom Holland, not Mark Holland. Tom Holland.
Well, I mean, Tom Holland Spider-Man has yet to get his black suit.
It's true, yeah.
Now here's the big question.
He had an Iron Man suit, though.
He did. Well, yeah, the Iron Spider. Yeah, that is the thing. But will we get an Amazing Spider-Man 3 and a Spider-Man 4? Because see, Sam Raimi did the new Doctor Strange movie, and he's the one that did the first 3 Spider-Man movies. Also did Evil Dead. That's why we love him.
I mean, that last Spider-Man movie was really good.
I mean, do you want the Spider-Man that was in the first 3 Spider-Man movies?
Yeah, I like it. I like that Spider-Man.
So you got a good Toby question.
Back. I like Toby.
Yeah, I like Tobey Maguire. What really?
I didn't like him in the third one.
What really? No, not at all.
That was nobody's fault.
That's not his.
I'm not saying it's his fault. I'm saying I did not like that.
Nobody liked the third
Peter Parker at all.
Even the people that made it didn't like the third.
Yeah.
Well, that's why he refused to do the fourth one.
Yeah. Well, what really impressed me is that the scene where he catches the stuff on the tray, that's not like CGI or anything. He had to actually catch the stuff on the tray. It took him like 40 or 50 takes or something to get it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they said they did it like 67 times.
Yeah, it's something crazy.
Yeah. Hey, Big Sly. Big Sly says, "Hey, Baker Boom Boom, you know what you would look great in?" Oh, he's gonna say I was gonna say he's gonna say him in his dreams.
Oh, your chat is on fire tonight.
Hey, listen,
it's on something tonight. I don't know if fire is what I would use.
Listen. The great thing about my chat and why I love my chat is they show up and they bring their A game every night. That we're live.
I think that they'd want to see the 3 Men OnlyFans. By the way, they're talking right now.
The pre-show. I got a question. Do you think Limon would make a good Hulk?
I think Limon would give it a run for his money. I think, if Mark Ruffalo
Buck, do you know Limon?
I think Limon would.
That's Clandis's alternate personality.
Oh, I see.
It's Green Clandis.
Sly, I do have a Switch, and it's up to you to find it.
Oh, and man. No asking me or Diz for help.
Goodness.
It's an OLED too, so it looks better in your hands.
You have to subscribe to Patreon to find that Switch.
Thank you. I'm here all night.
Woo.
Come on,
That
Glenn.
gives
You
us a
can't be
good
giving
segue
hints
into
away.
Robin. Which is your favorite Robin?
He said a good segue into
Yep.
Robin.
Yep. Yep. I think we keep this up, chat may catch on.
Bubba Wallace, NASCAR driver or country music singer?
That's a Rob Bob question.
That's a different game we play.
Yep.
I won Rice-A-Roni to it. Facts, chat. Clan does deliver.
That's true.
I know
have
my
photo-
favorite
we have
Robin
proof.
is
Who's
in
your
Teen
favorite Robin?
Titans Go, Robin.
That's a good one. Yep, that is a good one. I like.
He's
Teen
got the
Titans
baby
Go.
hands in them.
Yep, and they make fun of him for it because he's always got the baby hands. I really enjoy the Teen Titans Go movie. The first one, that is hilarious. And I bet, have you watched the Titans show, the live action?
I have not. I have not. I think it's on. Is it on HBO?
Max?
Yes. So I'm going to watch. It's in my list, but I have not watched it. I have also not watched the Teen Titan Go movie. Like I haven't. I've watched like the first 10 minutes of it. That's about all.
Oh, you need to watch the Teen Titans Go movie. It's hilarious.
I was gonna get the live action at Walmart, and they were sold out when I went and got it.
But
Big Slice says Dick is the best Robin. So there it is.
Chris O'Donnell was your favorite one.
Dang.
No, I like him in The Bachelor, not as Robin.
She coming in swinging in Clan's chat.
Jeez, OP. She had to come over here and say it. She's afraid she's getting in trouble.
Afraid he'd be like, "Hey, Buck, ban her." I'd be like, "Nope, I ain't doing it."
Now I know why.
I got turned on the fan in here.
Money to get the Chris O'Donnell Robin outfit. That is for nighttime, huh?
Dick Grayson, the old pervs. Nice.
Richard Grayson, sir.
Richard. Ryan Reynolds is Robin? Anybody?
No.
Nope.
He just wouldn't work with it.
No, he's playing the superhero that he needs to be.
Yes. Keep him as Deadpool. Yep. It's fine.
Yeah. Those movies are amazing.
I mean, I can tell you right now.
Is there going to be a third one?
You see what Mama Diz just said?
Diz,
it's getting me hot.
Listen, Diz is getting a little sweaty. I can see it.
He just had to cut
my
the
face
fan
was
on.
getting red. I had to turn the fan on.
I'm concerned. He got this new Robin outfit so that he can take it on vacation. I'm a little concerned about his health.
I hadn't even heard about this.
The pre-show had got me hot already, so I mean, just
remember to hydrate. That's all I'm saying.
I'm hydrating, but I don't think this is what I need.
I think he's talking about when you're on vacation
in that Robin suit.
Oh yeah.
Especially if you're thinking about Adam West's Robin.
So is Mama Diz going to dress as Batgirl?
I'm not sure.
Or maybe Catwoman.
Maybe the Riddler.
Oh. Whoa. Questions. Questions.
Riddle me this, riddle me that. I'm getting a little worried right now, chat.
Let's see. Real question is, why doesn't every bat suit have bat nipples? We got water. We got water. Pour it on me.
Nice.
There you go.
It'll start steaming.
Ooh.
That is true. Clooney's suit did have bat nipples, and that was a horrible idea.
What is whose ideal? Like, You think anybody claims that ideal? Like I did that.
I mean, it had to be the costume designer, but I don't know why they would have went, you know what would make this look better? Nipples.
What I want to know is whoever the hell designed that suit, why they thought George wanted to walk around with a fucking rubber wedgie the whole damn time he was in it.
Care Bear Mafia in your chat says your suit would definitely have nipples. Plain Diesel.
Yep, that is true. It would.
How
It
many?
would.
But if it's
And
like,
you could possibly see mine if you go back and look at the VOD for the different dress up.
you probably
Also, maybe it was a real quick shot of my buttocks.
There may have been somebody on stream that caused that
I'm
to happen.
surprised that hasn't been taken down off YouTube yet.
Me too.
Oh.
Don't be spit. Okay, Big Sly TV is fake news.
Mm.
I hate bat nipples. Yes.
It's okay. Is it possible for you to pick a favorite superhero out of DC and Marvel, like out of everything?
Out
Is
of
it
all of them?
possible, or can like it's hard to narrow one down?
Well, see, you'd have to base that on category.
I mean, I could pick one, but I grew up like reading the comic books for that character, so I kind of am partial to that one character.
I don't think I can pick one overall.
If I picked one just strictly on abilities over anything else, it'd be
Mhm.
Wolverine.
If Poison Ivy's
Wolverine's good.
outfit had Nips Baker, it would have been rated R. The movie would have been
Facts.
rated R.
Facts.
It would have been.
That's why Poison Ivy's suit didn't have
That was
nipples.
Uma Thurman, right?
Yes.
Yep, it was. However, if you played the Batman Arkham video games,
Those are actually pretty good games.
though they're very good games.
Those
Highly
are not rated
recommended.
E for everyone either.
Yeah,
No,
but now they're
for-
very adult. You'll especially like them if you watch Batman the Animated Series on television, because all the voice actors from it come back and play the parts. It's like a continuation, a more adult continuation of Batman the Animated Series, kind of. But on that, if you like Poison Ivy and skimpy outfits, those are your games, sir. Also, Harley Quinn.
I have her over there.
Yeah.
So I have a favorite overall, like
Okay.
hands down. I like Spider-Man overall, like favorite character. Like it's just where I grew up reading the comic books. That was my favorite. I read X-Men too as I was growing up, but I kind of just leaned more towards Spider-Man because he was more of the nerdy superhero, maybe. So
Yeah.
maybe I related more with that character. So
Could be. Now, as far as comics go, really the only superhero comics I ever read were Superman. That was my guy as far as the comics went. I read Superman comics.
Most of mine consist of X-Men.
Now, X-Men I got into from the 92 cartoon.
yeah,
Well,
that was good.
I watched it, but I had like the trading cards of the X-Men and the comic books. And
They're bringing that back, right?
Yeah, they are.
Yes.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, next year I think is when it comes back. But that cartoon was way better than it ever should have been. Also, I like the TikToks where they're there, the guy's watching it, and he goes, "Fuck," and it just shows Rogue.
Yeah, that's amazing. Why was that centered around Jubilee though? Like of all the characters, why did you?
I don't know.
Why Firecracker Girl?
Well, she was created.
She was created for that show, right?
Yeah.
Why did they? I mean, why didn't they create somebody? I guess they wanted somebody that wasn't as powerful as the other ones, or something.
Yeah, I guess they figured the audience would relate more to this teenage girl that suddenly got powers than to adamantium Canadian claws.
Well, they did the
Or
exact
laser
same
eyes
thing
guy.
in the first X-Men movie, right? Except it's
Mhm.
Rogue.
Yep.
So I think Rogue would have been a better character because Rogue is
I think
a really powerful mutant, like over
I
the
think
top.
they should have got a better actress to play Rogue.
I like her as Rogue. I think she does a real good job.
She doesn't even come close to the accent
that's
of Rogue.
That's Sookie, right?
It's Sookie, yeah. Yeah, she's Rogue, and then she's Sookie.
So that's
Okay.
why Clan thinks that she does so good.
I like her as
Fair
Rogue
enough.
before she was ever in True Lies. I think she did a good job.
True
as Rogue.
Lies? Is that True Blood?
True Blood, yeah. True Blood.
You said True Lies.
True Lies. I'm sorry.
Which is a good
Yeah.
movie.
That's the
I mean,
old in
True
us,
Blood.
chat.
One of
We
my
get too many
favorites.
things jumbled up.
Yeah. But
I just
now,
think they could have done
Diz's
better with
favorite
her.
X-Man is Gambit.
I like Gambit, yeah.
I can't believe how dirty they did Gambit in the Wolverine movie.
Bedazzler. Dazzler. Bedazzler.
Well, I mean, they've been trying to do a Gambit movie for years,
True Blood, yeah.
and I don't know why they just don't throw him into the X-Men and say go with it.
Well, they're
I mean,
gonna
Make
get
an
the Magic
X-Men
Mouth
movie.
to
Get an
play him.
X-Men movie that has the X-Men in it from the '90s cartoon.
well, but would they want to have like the first season be the original core X-Men before they brought in the full team?
No, because you know why? Because nobody cares about the original X-Men. Nobody. You know
I don't
why?
want to see
'Cause
Cyclops
nobody-
with the freaking hood over his head and
Yeah, nobody bought those comics.
Hello, sir. I did.
Not the '60s X-Men. You didn't.
I have
Dazzler.
them.
Let's see.
I didn't
Did
buy
you
them
have
in the
them?
'60s, but I have
Right,
them.
but you bought them because of the '90s cartoon and stuff. Is why you bought them. Nobody cared about the X-Men until they redid them in the late '70s and brought in Wolverine and stuff. That's when people started caring about the X-Men.
I
I
do
like
not know
Beast
about
pretty good.
Dazzler really. So
Before that, the X-Men were like D-tier Marvel
Suki.
heroes. It's like Iron Man before the Robert Downey Jr. movies. Nobody cared about Iron Man until the 2008 Iron Man movie.
But like
Chat is
Beast,
requesting you say Suki the proper way.
Hey, that's Suki.
Sorry about cut you off for that, but it was
But-
worth it.
but like Beast from the original was not the blue hairy Beast that we saw in the '90s cartoon. That's not what Beast was supposed to be, and it sure shit wasn't what that X-Men First Class turned out to be.
I like Kelsey Grammer Beast.
I heard a
Kelsey
Suki
Grammer
from
Beast
behind
is
the door.
Is what Beast should be. I do declare Suki.
I mean, I'd be
Dazzler
fine
is
with
better
the
than
whole
Cyclops.
Gambit, that they put in Wolverine, if they gave that actor a chance to play Gambit.
Just want to
Maybe.
see him come in one day. Somebody comes behind Rogue and be like, "Hey, Shell, why don't you come on over here and give Gambit a little time?" That's what I want.
At which
It's
point,
real
Clan will
easy.
be like, "Yes."
Exactly. That's Gambit. It's not Gambit's not hard. It should not take 15 years to make a Gambit movie. Gambit is not a difficult character.
Maybe
I mean,
they
they
can't
brought
come up with a
Colossus
storyline that makes
They brought
sense.
Colossus in before they brought in Gambit.
They needed a straight guy. They needed a straight guy.
That is true.
And he is the
Colossus
straightest
was
one that you
straight
can get.
man to Deadpool. Yes,
Yeah.
100%. You can't get straighter than Colossus.
Even what was the girl that was with him?
Super Atomic Wonder Kid or whatever.
She played the pissed off girl.
Whatever garbage
So-
ass name they came up with there.
Here's a good question: do you consider the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as superheroes?
Yes.
But they're not DC or Marvel, right? So
No,
not.
they're
They're-
Nintendo.
They're Mirage.
Nintendo. I would accept Nickelodeon maybe.
No,
Well, I
no,
mean,
no. I'm
that's who
talking
owns them
about the
now.
game.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the
Nickel-
game you and Clan can't beat. Those are the
they
superheroes.
are Nickelodeon.
That is a
now.
good topic though. We need to do one on the turtles.
Yes, I can talk
Yeah.
a lot about turtles.
Yeah. Turtles.
boys, I'm sorry I didn't get them turtles for you.
Oh yeah, which is your favorite turtle, Chad?
Veering off here, my favorite is Leonardo.
Mhm.
I
I
like
was Donnie.
swords.
Of course, I have to like Michelangelo, right? So,
Look, exactly.
I'm not big on
You're right.
orange.
They
though,
don't own
but,
superheroes,
you
but
know,
that's
still.
not the topic we're on.
It's not. They're still superheroes. Yeah, we'll do a whole show on that.
He's only a supervillain when he takes that ooze and becomes Super Shredder, and that's Clan's favorite Shredder. Ask him.
I mean, he is scary.
You love the fact that when that building collapses on him, Clan, that the metal just kind of flops.
Hey, Sly, remember, I tried to get you to make a turtle in D&D named Michelangelo, and you didn't do it.
We'd have to homebrew some nunchucks to put in the game.
Or he just eats a lot of pizza. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
We have to homebrew pizza in the game, though.
Yeah, I had to homebrew sandwiches, right? In our first campaign.
Baby Owlbear sandwiches.
So who's your favorite then in DC separately and Marvel separately? Who's your favorite superhero in each? You said Marvel, yours is Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, yep.
Yeah.
I like a lot of them, but Spider-Man, yeah, is tops.
So who would be the DC one?
I mean,
I bet Clan can guess mine.
Going back to my roots, I always liked the Flash, but I haven't watched a lot of the Flash, show that's on now, or followed, that character. I would have this. I'd probably have to say Batman, just because that's the one I've watched the most, and he's more down to earth than all the other ones.
Yeah, I mean, Batman's a good choice. What about you, Buck? Who do you like in DC? Who do you like in Marvel?
You should know wholeheartedly who my DC one is.
Howard the Duck.
No.
That's Marvel.
Oh, yeah, shit.
Come on, Clan.
Aquaman.
Yeah. No.
Oh, man.
Clan had to think a minute.
Yeah, I had to think about it a minute. I was like, wait a minute. And I was like, oh, yeah, Aquaman.
Overall in Marvel, though, not sure. I mean, I would say Wolverine has always been one of my big ones, but that's also because with all my issues, if I was Wolverine, I wouldn't be having these fucking issues.
That's true. Or Deadpool.
Well, but if I was Deadpool, then, I'd have to wait till my shit grew back after it got blown up.
That's true.
You'd have baby legs.
I just feel like Wolverine ain't having that issue. A little hard to chop through that adamantine. Art skeleton's got going on.
That is true.
Are we gonna see Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds in a movie together?
We already have it.
I mean, that's what an actual full feature length movie where they're in it.
That's what everybody wants.
Probably not unless they backtrack it. Because they done killed Hugh.
Yeah, but
I'm saying if they backtrack, we could.
They'd have to, right? Yeah. They'd have to. Because Wolverine has a very long lifespan, so you could jump in anywhere with Wolverine. So,
well, you could also say it's a Wolverine from alternate universe.
That's true. Yeah. Yep. I'm surprised we haven't seen an X-Man in the Avengers or something. So,
you would be surprised. No, there's not really very many X-Men that's ever been in the Avengers.
Right.
It's basically Wolverine.
Yeah.
And that was only part-time.
And they only got him because he's the only X-Men that can't die.
Yeah.
So they pulled him for all the jobs that they needed that extra. We don't worry about collateral on our end.
Yeah.
So what about all the first class stuff with X-Men? Did you like that stuff at all?
It's all right, but
did you like Magneto Fassbender?
I thought Fassbender did a really good job as Magneto, playing that same character that Ian McKellen plays later.
I feel like he has
a very good through line.
He has acting issues, almost like the Robin from the Adam West Batman series. He has similar issues with acting.
So are you
Something's
saying
just in
that
the way.
Are you
Something
saying
just gets
that
in the way.
That he's stiff?
A little bit, yeah.
Dang
Stiff
it.
acting?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, I'm glad we
nice.
didn't record before this. We'd had prime
Ow.
content though had we done it.
But seriously, like I haven't watched The Dark Phoenix yet, but everybody said it was awful.
Don't.
I have to watch it.
Both times that they've tried to do Dark Phoenix storylines, it falls flat on its face.
Yep.
It does.
The
I
first
didn't like the
Dark
first
Phoenix, the first Dark Phoenix movie killed the X-Men.
It
Yeah.
did.
All of them but
Literally-
Wolverine.
Literally killed the movies.
Well, yeah, but I mean, and she physically killed them all, but Wolverine.
Yeah, but she killed the series.
She obliterated Professor X.
She killed Professor X. She slaughtered freaking Scott.
Yeah, she disintegrated Scott.
All he had
Oh,
left was his shades floating in oblivion. Like what?
Your chat's going crazy.
Mama
Fassbender shit.
Diz likes Michael Fassbender because he kind of looks like Chris O'Donnell. I'm seeing a pattern here. And Ed Norton. And I'm seeing a pattern here of what Mama Diz likes.
So what I'm really hearing is she loves the Three Musketeers movie made by Walt Disney.
I mean,
Maybe.
Charlie Sheen, Keith Sutherland, Oliver Platt, and Chris
I
O'Donnell.
like that movie.
I
liked it, but not for the
Eternals.
same reasons, Diz. Not for the same reasons.
I'll be honest. I've yet to watch Eternals. I've yet to watch Hawkeye.
Eternals was
Hawkeye was good.
I've also not watched Shang-Chi.
I didn't like how it ended
Shang-Chi.
completely.
the 10 Rings.
Yeah.
10
the
Rings
10
was okay.
Rings.
It was okay.
It's okay.
They could have done better.
Well, here's
Yeah.
the problem that we're going to get into with Marvel, and this is what I was pointing out earlier. Okay, and this is where they may have problems. Is because the characters that we all like and fell in love with in the Marvel movies aren't in Marvel movies anymore. And if you do get them back, it'll be an alternate played by somebody else. So what do? The people that put people, the actors that put people in the seats playing these characters are not going to be there. So it's not going to be your Iron Man or your Captain America. All those characters, we've got a new Captain America.
New Iron Man.
We don't really have an Iron Man anymore.
Well, I mean, it's in the works. Like they've discussed that it's potentially going to be a female this time.
So, I mean, what do they do?
And not Pepper.
You're going to bring in, once you go past those characters, then you get into the real, C and D level heroes that you're trying to bring up. But are people going to care about those heroes?
That's what they're trying to do right now. They keep introducing these younger actors and actresses in these movies, and those are going to be your Young Avengers or whatever they're called. That's
there's multiple
leading
Avenger teams in the comics. You have East Coast Avengers, West Coast Avengers, New Avengers. So I mean that goes along with it. But I'm just saying, are the movie going people going to care?
I don't know. See these Young Avengers that they keep introducing. I don't know. I'm not sure. There's nothing that I'm gravitating toward with them.
Right.
So I don't really know.
When you go to an Avengers movie, you go in there to see Iron Man, Thor, Captain America.
Oh,
Yeah. Spider-Man.
You go to see those characters.
Hugh Jackman. Fassbender.
Right. But you're going there to see exactly. Well,
Chris O'Donnell. Oh wait, he's not there.
It's let's talk with let's take Wolverine for a perfect example. To us, Hugh Jackman is Wolverine. Now, when we get a Wolverine that's not Hugh Jackman, how's that going to go over?
It's going to be judged very critically.
Yeah, they have to pick the right person.
Judged horribly. I mean, I feel sorry for whoever it is. I mean, because they're going to have tough shoes to fill.
I mean, because they even pulled Wolverine in, Hugh Jackman in the First Class. Because when Magneto and Professor X go to find the initial, and they're like, we were wondering if you'd want to fuck you. Like, get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, well, shit.
Would you watch a Quicksilver movie?
Depends on the Quicksilver they use.
I mean, it's got to be the one from the X-Men.
Well, there's
First
been
Class,
two.
right?
Well, you've got First Class, and then you've got the one from.
Do you get Wanda's brother?
You got the
or
one
get
from the
First
Avengers,
Class?
right? You'd have to take the one from the First Class. I can't remember his name, but he's in WandaVision as well.
Right.
Yep.
But you also have the one from Avengers.
You do.
But he apparently doesn't exist anymore.
Right. I mean, apparently he died.
Well, I mean,
he wasn't fast enough to outrun the fucking bullet.
Yeah. If it had been Quicksilver, he would have just flipped the bullet away or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Sped up fast enough that it'd have been like, and the bullet would have disappeared. You'd be like, where the hell did the bullet go?
Yeah. Whereas DC, they just do a couple movies with that actor and then they reboot the series.
They do. Yeah.
But I mean, even DC has, C and D level heroes that nobody cares about. Like, do you care about Arsenal?
Well, don't
even know who that is, probably do.
In the Snyder cut, they introduce Martian Manhunter.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like they want to do a movie or something involving him.
But Martian Manhunter is a good character. He's scary powerful.
I want to see a movie of Constantine, but not like the one that Keanu Reeves played, like the comic book Constantine.
Keanu Reeves wants to do another Constantine.
And I'm okay with him doing that, but not the way they did that movie. I want it to be more like The House and everything, where he's interdimensionally traveling to fight the shit.
The best Constantine is from the show.
And that's what I'm saying. Like that kind. I want, if he's going to play it, fine, but put it on that type of platforming, not just.
Matt Ryan is the best Constantine. Bar none. It done. Period. It's over. He plays him well. He's a cool character. You should definitely watch the Constantine series and Legends of Tomorrow.
As long as they have some Perfect Circle music in the movie.
and see, they should have done like maybe Keanu Reeves or Chuck Norris as Wolverine. Neither one of them age. They could have been doing it forever.
That's true.
Why? Okay, that's a good point that you bring up. Why hasn't Chuck Norris been in DC or Marvel at this point?
Because he's tapped out out of all the kung fu shit he did in the 60s, 70s, and 80s.
Chuck Norris is not in these movies because he's too busy selling total gems on Fox News infomercials.
That's true.
I think he's just too powerful.
Maybe.
I mean,
maybe.
I think that he would do his own stunts, and his own stunts would get somebody killed.
Hey, could be. Could be. Very true.
Oh.
Very true.
Which is why you see Keanu Reeves doing all his stunts, because he learned from his daddy.
Would you, speaking of DC, would you want to see a Batman Beyond movie?
This doesn't know what Batman
Beyond is.
Is that the futuristic one?
It's when Wayne is old as fuck.
Yeah. I would like to see it. I mean, you get the same type of feeling I feel like you got with...
Question is who's playing Robin?
That last Wolverine movie where
there is no
Wolverine's
Robin.
super old.
Well, yes, but you know who I'm talking about. He was Robin. That's why I said who's playing Robin.
Yeah, I don't know, because he has to play another character.
Yeah. So that would be a tough one to fill those shoes, because you're literally becoming both characters at the same damn time.
Yeah, that is true. It'd be rough. Like, I think with the CG done well and everything, you can pull off a very good Batman Beyond.
Yeah, if you're doing a lot of more CG oriented.
Have Batman Beyond, and then have Michael Keaton as old Bruce Wayne.
DC's got to do something, because all they keep doing is re-releasing Batman over and over and over again. So the next Batman with emo Batman is going to be the Joker as the bad guy,
right?
Yeah. Well, here's the problem too. They're not even doing their. I mean, they've rebooted Batman from rebooting Batman. And then they decided, oh, it's going to be, but they can't do like they had one good Wonder Woman movie, which is a surprise because there was never a good Wonder Woman movie before that.
No.
So they did her good, and then they did her bad in the sequel.
Right.
You have Jason Momoa in his Aquaman movie, who has put more positive spin on Aquaman than has ever been in the history of the world, ever. Because they've tried, I don't know how many times to make Aquaman cool, and it didn't work until
the
Jason
cartoon. The cartoon was the only time that Aquaman was worth a damn.
Yeah, I mean, and everybody remembers, Super Friends Aquaman.
And he looks nothing like Jason as far as, he's got green pants and orange scale shirt and blonde hair, and Jason's none of that.
But they can't even get Superman right.
Yeah. What about Flash Gordon? It's DC, right?
I don't know if Flash Gordon is DC or not. Because Flash Gordon used to be a serial. I don't know if
I was gonna say I didn't think he was part of. I thought he was like Dark Comics or something.
Says he's DC right here.
Yep.
Huh.
Yep.
Well, they've butchered him then.
We need the original Flash Gordon.
Mama Diz left an amber turd in chat.
That me?
We were talking Aquaman and she left an amber turd in chat there. Wow. So will the new Aquaman be good? That'll be a thing. Can they make a sequel that's good after making a first one that's good?
One could only hope, but Superman, I'm not holding my breath.
I like the guy that plays Superman.
Yeah.
But they broke.
I like him better as the Witcher.
Yeah, I think he likes being the Witcher better too. To be honest with you.
And all the women like him being Witcher better.
But I mean, they're the very first movie, they kind of broke one of Superman's rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
No matter what happens, Superman doesn't kill the bad guy.
Right.
But if he didn't, the movie would have never ended. They would have stood there and punched each other for eternity.
You're misunderstanding. I like Henry Cavill as Superman. Now I think he enjoys doing Geralt better than he does Superman
because he gets
because of all the limitations put on him when he plays Superman. I think if they just let him play Superman and with a good script, he would probably be one of the best, if not the best Superman that we've had. Now, I like the Superman though from Superman Returns. I liked him on the TV series too, and they let him play Superman one more time in Crisis on Infinite Earths. I just, you come in with your first movie, you face your big bad guy who's General Zod, which is the big bad guy everybody knows, other than Lex Luthor, and he kills him.
Yeah, General was his first bad guy.
He just kills him. Superman doesn't do that. Superman goes out of his way. He even tells us when he's fighting Darkseid, he tells Darkseid that he's so glad that Darkseid is so powerful because of how hard he has to hold back when he's fighting, so just that he doesn't turn everybody into jelly.
And then you got Batman in that same universe who's blasting people.
Batman not supposed to use guns. It's like got 50 cows on the side of the Batmobile,
right?
Just blasting. Yeah, what is that about? He's not supposed to do that. Batman doesn't like guns because his parents were killed with guns.
Yeah.
That's his whole thing.
And that leads into what what you were saying earlier. Why Marvel makes a better movie than DC. Because DC keeps changing the script up so much and skewing the superheroes' personalities and what we know them as from back as long as we can remember, and that's fucking shit up.
Marvel is very good at showing the person, not the powers. DC is still trying to figure that out. They're learning on some of it, like on the Flash show, I think they've done a very good job of showing the human side of the Flash.
Yeah, where Barry's torn between, I've got these powers, but who cares? I'm trying to do that all
he's
this.
A speedster is the second or third thing. The thing that it really makes Barry Allen a hero is Barry Allen's personality.
Right. His compassion.
Right, exactly. Now in Marvel, they're very good at showing, Iron Man, he's rich and everything, but why is he so super? What is his real superpower? Is that he's a freaking genius. He can take scrap metal and turn it into a weapon if he has to.
Or
that's his superpower. Thor cares about his family. To the point of when he thinks he's unworthy, he can't use his powers.
Yeah.
Hulk only cares about one person.
He's very Acmenos like that.
No, I knew there'd be some time he'd sling that fucker in here. But like the Hulk, he's all about saving one person and keeping one person safe, even if it means having to leave her. But in the movies, that's not what it boils down to. Like he's running from her daddy and all this shit and picking a tank up and throwing it halfway around the world.
Fighting poodles.
That's the Hulk, Chet. Don't watch the Hulk.
Yeah, but he's
really large poodles.
Yeah, when the Hulk's daddy is mutating dogs to fight him and shit. Like, don't watch that movie.
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. That's bad.
Let's see.
But like, would you want to see a new updated Howard the Duck movie, Clan?
Yeah, I think it would be a fun little comedy. But it's still not going to separate my love of the first Howard the Duck movie.
I mean, could it be as crude as it was? That's what made it good.
I mean, I don't see why they couldn't.
I mean,
there was no rating system when it came out.
Well, right, but what I mean by that is they could do it in the sense of it being a Deadpool movie.
Make it a rated R
in that
movie.
In that framework of, look, we're going this far out here because the first one was this far out here, and be like, imagine Deadpool but with ducks. Everybody be like, wait, what?
Yeah, I mean, just
go with it.
Make a rated R comedy movie with Howard the Duck in it. You're done. I'll watch it. I'll pay my $12 to go into the theater and watch it. Definitely.
I mean, let's face it, you're gonna be paying like $25 because you're getting popcorn and a drink.
So I didn't know this, but the Watchmen are DC also?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I really like the Watchmen.
I didn't like the Watchmen.
I enjoyed that.
There was parts of it I kind of didn't feel like they, I guess, followed through from the comics on, but I'd say about 2/3 of it was as accurate as they could.
I felt like the Watchmen were just way too up their own ass.
Well, they were more.
How dare you say that
human.
About John Winchester?
They were more human than your normal DC superheroes.
Oh, they were definitely the edgy, fuck off superheroes for sure.
Yeah, like they had issues. Yeah, they had their own issues, and they were actually just people who put suits on and had some abilities, but they weren't like over the top, except for Dr. Manhattan, as far as I could see. I didn't read the comics; I just watched the movie. But I'd like to see another movie. Maybe I don't know if that it will. But
well, they've tried making that show, but it only lasted one season. It got canceled.
Yeah. So do you think Fassbender would make a good Dr. Manhattan? I mean, wouldn't involve a lot of makeup or CGI there.
I think if you put him in Dr. Manhattan's outfit from Mama Diz, that at least one ticket will be sold.
Multiple times.
Yep. I think she wants a superhero team up movie with Michael Fassbender and Chris O'Donnell and What's his name from the second Hulk movie? Edward Norton.
Yeah.
Edward Norton.
Yeah.
Yeah. They do it.
I mean, if she's all right with Henry, that could be the 4-man team. And
all
then
right, so
Diz will just not even be in the room, even if
yeah,
you drag
don't need to be. All right, so we're coming to the end of the show here.
That sun's
So who
getting real
wins?
low.
Sun's getting real low. What do you think, DC or Marvel?
I think it depends on what you're looking at. Each one has strengths that the other one doesn't. If you're looking at movies, Marvel, hands down, wins over DC. DC can't touch them yet. I mean, DC has got a good movie every now and then, but they're not consistent.
Yeah,
that's true.
If you're looking at serialized TV, DC blows Marvel out of the water. Marvel can't even compete with it. It's not even funny.
And then comics, they're tied.
And Marvel knows that because the TV-esque like series that they're releasing are only like 6 episodes, and they shoot them like almost like they shoot the movies a lot of times. So
yeah,
I mean, it's like Marvel goes, all right, here's this portion we're willing to show. We're going to get them interested, and then we're just going to stop before we fuck something up on down the line because we know we can't carry this on. And then you got like Arrow where they're like, oh, well, we're going to start here. We're just going to build this fucker into so many series that they can't keep up with it.
All right, final question. Who has the hottest guys? That's what Mama Diz wants to know.
Now, are we talking actual actors? Or are we talking comic books, cartoon? I mean,
DC. Let's go actors, because I'm pretty sure that's what she means.
I was gonna say she's so hard. I know what she's asking this. I wanted to see if she was gonna put it in there.
I think DC is gonna be where she wants to be. So.
Yeah. Just think of all them Batmans coming up on you, rubbing on you real good. All them Batmans, boy.
Clan's just thinking about the main number 1 Robin of all time.
Just listen.
Who are you? I'm Vengeance.
I would never want to hear that guy come up behind me and say that I'm out.
I am Vengeance.
They're like, nope, I'm gone.
I am the night. You can feel me up on you, but I'm actually 6 feet away.
Oh, I've got one here. The Tick. No, the Tick is it? What is it? Marvel?
I don't think.
I believe Tick's DC.
Is he?
Let's look.
Oh, it's neither. It's neither one of them.
Yeah, it's an independent.
Yep.
Independent. Well,
it
really
clearly
like
says
the TV
Tick
series.
is neither Marvel nor DC. Yep.
And I think they canceled it, and I wish they would bring it back.
They did. Oh, there's another series we watched that got canceled.
Yeah, Punisher.
Yeah, Punisher.
It was good. But there's reasons for that. There's reasons.
Although they're bringing back the Daredevil show.
They are.
So I think they'll bring back Punisher.
But they're going to keep the actor, and either he'll be in the movies or he'll have a show or something. It's just, I think they're moving them over to Disney Plus and getting them off Netflix is what they're doing. So
they've already done that.
Although Batman sparkles in the next movie.
That's when he goes out in the sunlight instead of being in the night.
He sneaks up behind you and said, "Say what I am."
Yeah. I am Vengeance. Watch out. He is Vengeance, Sookie.
Sookie.
Clay would have mixed emotions if somebody walked up behind him and said, "I am Vengeance, Sookie." He'd be like,
Be like, I'm very confused right now. I look nothing like Rogue.
All right. I think this is a good place
or
to
Robin,
end it. Right?
for that matter.
This probably is the best place to end it before it just all goes to hell in a handbasket.
Yeah, we're gonna start getting into fan fiction. It's gonna get real murky in here.
I've managed to run off at least half my chat, so we're good.
Diz is gonna have to go and cut on his AC and drop it down to like 62 just to keep it cool in there, because he done cut on the fan if we get into fanfic.
Yeah, the clothes are gonna start coming off here. So we'll see some bat nips.
Subscribe to our Patreon where you can see our bat nibs.
Oh, well. All right, so I guess these kids need to get off our lawn. So, Wayne, you gonna run them off?
Let's see what. Oh yeah. Hey, you kids, get off our lawn!
All right, see you guys in 2 weeks.
Bye, everybody.
Later.
Keep your bat nips on.